Good morning, everybody. Today is a very exciting day. We are going to be taking out the 1300 GS on my first proper adventure ride with it. I just hit the break-in period and we have gotten the service done, so we're free to do as we please, which means I'm going to go on a big adventure ride today. I'm going to be starting here in Baltimore. I'll put up a map. So I'll be starting somewhere around here in Baltimore, then heading north west towards Michaux Forest. So that's mostly going to be about 90 minutes of highway riding. Once we get there, we're going to go across some gravel and unpaved roads and do the ADV bit of the ride. That should be about an hour or so, maybe 40 or 50 miles of that. So maybe realistically, maybe about an hour and a half or 2 hours. Then once we've explored most of the primarily gravel roads, we are going to head down to Frederick, and we are going to take a bunch of fun, twisty, some gravel, some paved roads down there, and then head back home to Baltimore. That's the plan. The bike is basically all set up as I want it to be. I'm going to do another video with all the customizations and stuff that I've got on the bike, but this video is mostly just going to be me really getting my first proper ride in on the bike after the break-in period and talking to you guys about how I feel about the highway characteristics, the off-roading, the twisty road bits. It's essentially going to be a preview of my full review that'll come later on the bike. I am really excited to get going, so I'm going to put the rest of my stuff on and hop on the bike and head out. All right, we're here, everybody. We just got to Michaux Forest. It took about an hour and a half, and I have to say the bike performed, to no one's surprise, extremely well. The hand warmers and seat warmers worked great. I didn't really have to deal with any buffeting on the bike. The windscreen did its job. It was the most undramatic way to get up here, which is kind of, I guess, what you expect from a GS, but nevertheless, I'm very happy with its highway performance. I usually get like some kind of butt ache in the saddle after about 40 minutes to an hour depending on the bike. I did replace the seat with a sergeant seat because the stock seat was left something to be desired, as a lot of people have said. So I did get a different seat on the bike, but it performed really well. I should say, so it's about the end of October right now. When I left this morning, it was about 40 degrees, so not very warm. So I'm head to toe in the Adventure winter gear. This is that in-house brand by, I'll put here, this is their base level adventure kit. I think it's literally just called like the MSR Adventure or something like that, but it did really well. I'm wearing a mid layer and then a base layer underneath it, and at the bottom I am wearing a base layer underneath these riding pants. I just took off my mid layer because we're gonna start hitting the back road stuff, so I'll have to be working a little bit harder, but no complaints so far. It has a space for a water bladder in the back. You can see like my water bladder thing right here that I just tucked into my jacket. It has a cap on it so it won't squirt out in my jacket at all. But yeah, the gear is holding up really well. I packed pretty light. You can see I just have a tail bag on here, and that's holding food, water, and whatnot. But as you can see, we still have a lot of fall colors here because the fall came really late. So we're in Pennsylvania, we're at Michaux Forest, and there's still a lot of foliage, a lot of green, yellows, and oranges out still, so it's gonna be a beautiful ride. I'm excited to actually hit the hard stuff now. I have a new pair of gloves, these Alpine Stars, that I'm gonna break in here. At this point, I feel very well prepared. This is the first proper off-roading. I've done a little bit of off-roading on the 1300 so far, but nothing as legit as this is about to be. We're about to go up this kind of steep hill here and off into Michaux Forest, up and down some hills, some twisty roads, and some gravel roads. So it should be exciting. I'm pumped. So with that being said, I'm gonna get back on the bike and we're gonna hit this. I am super excited. All right, so I just stopped here for a minute to took the base layer out from under my my pants, but I've been riding on the trail for about 20 or 30 minutes so far, not very long. I'm sure you saw some of the footage. I went through a couple of really big puddles, as you can see here. Just started already caking it, so it'll have to get sprayed down when we get home. But man, it's been fantastic so far. It's done everything that I've asked it to, which, I mean, I'm not a crazy hardcore off-roader, but the GS is not for, I mean, you can do crazy hardcore off-roading with it, but I think a lot of people know it's like a touring bike that, I mean, it created adventure bikes, but it is amazing at touring, and when you want, you can go off-road with it, and it's handling itself so well. It's so soft and supple. You know, you don't want to rush it doing anything that you're doing with it, but so far I've been really enjoying it, and I think if the bike had a mind of its own, it would say it's enjoying itself. So yeah, fantastic so far. All right, so I just finished the 2 hours of off-roading up here at Michaux Forest, and it was great. I had no issues with the bike. It was so much fun. It has so much more power than you're able to put down on these types of roads, obviously, but I didn't feel it uneasy at any point. Yeah. And the bike has fared well. No major issues. Everything has been going pretty swell. I'm definitely a little bit dirty over here after hitting some puddles. But yeah, so far so good. Wow, yeah, it really got my exhaust pipe quite filthy, so I'm gonna have to spray it down when I get home, but it's been great. So now for the last part of the ride, I'm gonna go down some twisties into Catoctin, into Frederick, and then home back to Baltimore. So yeah, this has been great. Fantastic bike. I'm so looking forward to putting together the full review for you guys. Excellent stuff.